What's up, everyone? Thralls Metal here once again. I'm Necrotic Nick.
Miller.
And we have an album review for you. So, one that was on our radar, and for a pretty specific reason, which you guys will find out later, was the debut EP from Arise from Worms. Self-titled. This comes out on Napalm Records on the 14th of January. Now, as for background information on this band, I only know very little. I don't know exactly when this band formed. It was either last year or 2020. I know that this is a supergroup and features the likes of Sonny Lombardozzi, formerly of Incantation, Steve Tucker of Morbid Angel, and Flo Mounier, which I'm pretty sure I might have fucked up your last name, and I'm sorry, but an amazing fucking drummer from Cryptopsy.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we got a whole slew of super talented people here. And, well, this is a short debut EP.
Yeah, like 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Really short.
But within that 20 minutes, you are pretty much accosted with a litany of shredding leads, insane technical songwriting and riffs. This is definitely technical death metal, but very riffy technical death metal, and kind of harks back to like an older style of tech death that, I don't know, you really don't see as much now.
Yeah, definitely not now. And I love that the rhythms he gives Tucker a really good opportunity to nail some vocals, in which he does throughout this whole thing. They're just crazy good. I've been a fan of that guy ever since I saw him with Pantera.
It's like 2000.
And, yeah. Way.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You feel that old creep over your body?
Yeah. I was impressed when Pete did his own sound check, but then Tucker came out, and I was like, oh my God, this is the best goddamn band alive. I was sold immediately right then and there.
So yeah, all three of these guys working together to create some chaotic tech death. And man, right from the get-go, the opening track, Living Sacrifice, which actually also features Dallas Toller Wade, formerly of Nile. The whole start-stop beginning.
Yeah.
Like, you get a blip of just insane riffing and blast beats, then it stops. Then into another part with some twisted guitar parts.
You're like, okay, what am I gonna get into? But then that verse riff comes in, and you're just like, oh yeah, this is just fucking sweet.
And Steve sounds monstrous on here.
And clear.
This is actually like a real standout performance for him. Like, listening to him, like, he comes off, again, very clear, but he's also doing a lot of like dramatic stuff, like how he ends words. It sounds more sinister and evil, and that was something I really took away from this EP. Is this is tech death that manages to sound sinister and evil and dark.
And Steve's just dialed up to 11. He's just really honed in on
right
this.
in front of the mix too. Like, you're not escaping him.
Yeah, which you need him in front of the mix. He's that good. You want him in front of the mix. You don't need to bury him in a bunch of shit.
No.
And I'm glad that he didn't in this.
Now, and the mix is very just kind of cut and dry. Like, these are just right out in your face sort of songs. The songwriting on here, especially when you get down to, well, I guess you can call it a two-parter with Axes of the Voivode, I think. It's not Voivod. I would know if it said Voivod. But both of those songs really kind of explore a lot of interesting dynamics and songwriting style, especially the first part, which I kind of compared to like a stream of consciousness in terms of riffing and shredding.
Yeah, I felt it was a little disjointed in parts, but it's like, overall, though, it's disjointed in a very like neoclassical super joint ritual kind of way, which is it's different. It's good. It's different. I got to get used to it. It's new, which is good.
It's pretty much a surprise around every corner, because there are a couple of repeated parts in there that I could pick out, but most of it is just on to the next section. And my God, there's like a lead every 10 seconds, and they are blistering fast. I did think it was interesting that there's an intro on the second track. Generally, I expect that on the first track, but it has this kind of cool evil buildup, and how they lead into it with that opening riff, like there's a delay that fades out at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's just kind of a cool effect that kind of makes for a nice sinister buildup.
Yeah, it gives tension to that part too, because like I've said before, music is about just as much the spaces in between as they are the spaces filled. So, and this way it kind of amps you up a little. Okay, what is that anticipation, which I like.
And it's very jazzy in spots. Like, there's a lot of stuff on here that kind of reminded me of like Later Death, Atheist, except, on methamphetamines because holy shit, it's going fast. Flo is a monster of a drummer.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm reminded that every time he's on drums on any album, mostly Cryptopsy ones. But Jesus, like this whole EP flies by, but it doesn't fly by without like really cool, like memorable sections, because there's always a good hook, and that's kind of something I feel is missing in a lot of tech death, is it becomes just noodling.
Yeah.
This delivers riffs.
Yeah. There are some parts though that could be extended. Like on the first part, at the very end, that last riff, well, it wouldn't be the last riff because it's like he does a little dip and then he does another one right at the end. And that main little chug before that, it would be the third to last riff. That was like way too short for me.
Yeah.
You could have humped that dry, man, and just wrote it in this. And I would have, at the end of 12 minutes of that, I would have hit back and listened to it again. That's how good that riff was. But it's an EP, so
again, like
we're gonna get there.
Yeah, you kind of got to think of this as like a sampler platter. Like there's like little bits.
An hors d'oeuvre plate, if you will.
Yeah, I'm generally the asshole that just like, I'll just take one of those, and give me them, chubby.
Yeah.
But this, it's kind of cool. Like you have really
this is
cool.
kind of that though.
Yeah.
They're like just here, boom, take it.
Okay, do I just shove them all in my face at once?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
All of them.
But yeah, this is kind of like a teaser for what is to come, because I know this band is actually working on a full length right now because they want to make this a touring act. And well, if you have less than 20 minutes of material, unless you plan on playing some covers, you gotta have some more material. But this is a really interesting offering, especially when you get down to the last track, Persepolis. I think I said that right. It's essentially just neoclassical guitar, very shreddy, and just I don't know. Like I kind of compared it to like, it was a recital, like a high school recital, but they let the metal kid come in there and play. It's like, I'm gonna fucking shred over you and you and you. Fuck your parents. Let's go. And it's badass.
Yes.
Insanely fast.
Yeah, really fast, and it is a statement about technical prowess, which we know he has.
Tons.
So and part of the problem I have with that is all that background stuff. There's no reason he couldn't have done that with just guitar. He can figure he's good enough to do that. I would have liked to have seen it because that stuff can be played live. There's a backing stuff. He can rip through that live, but this is an album, so make it something special. I'm thinking of like Panphilo from Rebel Meets Rebel, the Dimebag thing. Everyone knew he could play. It wasn't going to be just a Taz thing for him. So he took that and he layered things together, but it was all him. Like Sonny is really fucking talented, man. He can really just drive that in and layer things over that first little run he was doing, and he kind of hooked onto that run. It felt like rain and cascading rain. He could have left that run out and bring that up and then fill in around with more guitar parts, maybe something that's more melodic and not as in your face. Keep that in the face stuff out and then bring the melodic in with guitars, everything guitars. And I would like to see what he could do with that in mind. But I just want more of him on a record, basically. So
well, I believe he also did all of the bass tracks too, and there are bass tracks behind that last track, but it's also intermittently like there's like synths, or like they kind of sound like French horns in the background.
Yeah, there's some orchestrations and stuff like that, and some background noise, some fillers, spacescape stuff.
Yeah, it's mostly root note stuff.
Yeah, but that could be done. He can do that, on the guitar and fill all that stuff. I think he could do something really special with that mindset. No drums, no nothing, just 100% you, the guitar, and your pedals.
Well, I don't know if the drums would necessarily work over that last track.
No.
But I want to hear more Flo.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah, Flo is, oh man, that dude is on a tirade. He's crisp, he's clean. I love listening to drummers that are just really tight, really precise, clean, and can play at blistering speeds.
But he still does the crazy off-time stuff too. Like he does it less on here than he does in Cryptopsy, but
absolutely.
I mean, the dude's remarkable.
Yep.
So overall, well, I mean, to say we definitely like this, and this is exactly what I would want in terms of a debut EP, a teaser for what is to come. And overall, I got to give this 3.5 stars. Then the only thing I can really knock it on is, there is a little bit too much shred, but I mean, I think that was kind of the idea behind this, but the technical playing is remarkable. The songwriting is very unique. It's riffy. It's also very noodly, but it balances it out well so everyone has room to do their parts and no one gets really overshadowed. Steve Tucker sounds fucking amazing on here. Flo is a beast. Sonny, Jesus Christ, man, you play at Mach 10 at all times, and I mean, it fucking works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am stoked for a full length of this because I imagine the full length will be, well, at least longer, but probably just as crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 352, and that's a solid rating for me. And can't wait for the full length and pretty much everything you just said about it. You know, I could sit here and just, I could just point to you.
I'm picky about tech death too. Like tech death, like sometimes you can get lost in all.
Of tech death.
You get lost in the noodles.
Yeah.
I want to hear riffs.
Grounded.
Yeah.
Very grounded, and like I said, it gives Tucker room to really fill out his vocals and really play around and give him more room. The album, give him some room and let that boy play because we want to hear more of him.
So if you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe because we do stuff like this all the time. We're also on Patreon. If you would like to help us out there, there'll be a link down below. And as for shirts, they're coming. We just got to wait a little bit for like approval, blah, 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 and such, but they are coming, and when they do, we'll definitely do a big announcement and look what we got for you guys kind of video. Plus,
It'll look awesome.
It will look awesome. That's just, trust me on that one. I'm fucking geeked just thinking about them.
Yeah.
But we'll also throw in a giveaway in there too because we are on the precipice of 10,000 subscribers, which is...
It's going to be a big giveaway too.
Insane. We're going to give away Jam and John. You can have them. Yes. We will drill holes in the crates, but only if you ask us to. Because that's how we're shipping him. We'll have a bowl of like food in there, like one of those hamster feeders for water. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
But he'll be delivered to your house. If he's not intact, that's on them.
That's on
really.
FedEx.
Yeah, that's on FedEx.
We'll insure him.
Yeah,
$250.
That seems steep.
I don't know. Maybe we won't insure.
$20? What's $20 of insurance?
I think the basic is $50. We'll go with the basic insurance.
Damn.
That free insurance is $50.
You're lucky we like you, John.
I know.
But anyway, thank you all so much for subscribing and watching, and we will catch you later.